Hi everyone. So in this series of videos, I thought that I'd share some strategies in terms of solving problems such as the ones that are featured in NIMR. And here I'll be referring to your first problem in assignment number 1 to help you get started, the automated teller machine problem. So the first step that I always recommend is to reread multiple times the information that's featured in the problem prompt and then to note down the information. You'll see all the information listed in the problem prompt starting here. So if I navigate here to the first problem for assignment 1 and taking a look at the problem description. All right. So you can start off here by reading the prompt. You will write a program in this series of problems that enables an automated teller machine ATM to process basic transactions and so on and so forth. Carefully take a look at the details in the input, the processing task, any hints that are featured, and then finally the output. Rereading multiple times the problem prompt before you actually jump to write your code at the very bottom and taking notes will help you make sure that you don't forget that information once you start writing your code. It's very easy to forget once you start focusing on all the details that are involved in getting the syntax right. And by the time that you've forgotten, you might have to kind of constantly scroll back up and down and back up and down as you're kind of getting answers to questions and kind of working your way through a solution. So I always recommend, first off, before you begin, just take a piece of pen and paper. And when you're reading the problem prompt, at least 3 times, note down any pertinent information on that piece of paper to just help you out once you scroll down and start to write your code. If you're using IntelliJ, you might also just want to write that information in terms of comments directly within the code editor. So in the next video, and here, so here's an actual example of some of the notes that I took for the first problem. So I'll let you read the details on your own time, but taking a look at this document here, and I'll make this document available as part of the assignment 1 information that's included within the assignment 1 folder, so you can take a look. But these are my example notes, for example, for the input area. Some of the information that I thought was pertinent. So I noted down here after reading the problem prompt that I might need one variable to hold information such as the first name. The data type here will be a string. One variable to hold the last name, a string. One variable to hold the barcode number that will be given as input, so an integer. And then finally, one variable to hold the cost of the item, and then the amount that's given by a customer, both of these floating point numbers. The program that I have to write has to perform one goal, which is to print the data assigned to each variable, such as the example below that's actually given in the problem prompt. And here, just as a reference, last refers to the last name, first refers to the first name, number will refer to our barcode number, the cost of the item, and then the cash, which is the amount that's given by the customer. So in the next step, we'll take a look at our example test cases to see a few examples of these data values, and then we'll go a little bit more into details in terms of comparing these, noting similarities and differences. So that will be the next step that we'll take.